Hi guys, it's Eliza and welcome back to Eliza's Bookshelf. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to go over all the books that I got in August. And this is not all of the books. I do have a couple books on the side here. I just haven't opened them yet. It's part of like my book subscription, so I do want to open that later. But these are essentially all the last books that I'm gonna buy. I am going to be back on my book buying restriction. I'm going to be restarting that buy 5 and then buy thing that I had going on in January and February and maybe part of March, but after that is when it got just totally out of control. But I'm going to be restarting that and I think it's going well so far. It is September 1st. Haven't bought anything yet. So this is the first one, King of Pride by Anna Huang. I have the first book somewhere around here, but I do want to get into this series. I have started her Twisted series and I am enjoying it so far, so I'm excited to be supporting her. And I have Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. Oh my god, I've been calling her Rachel McGriffin this whole time. But anyways, Bring Me Your Midnight, I ordered it because damn, look how pretty this is. It says, he comes alive in darkness, so darkness I become. I don't even know what that means, but the covers nowadays that people do, the naked hardbacks, are just so darn pretty and so like creative. And then I guess there's a map in here too. And look at the art in the back. So cute. This is one of my NetGalley picks as well. As you can see, it's already published and I still haven't rated it yet. But yes, I'm excited to finally get started. If not in September, then October. I definitely have to read this. I do have her other book, Wild is the Witch 2. I just haven't read it yet. But yes, that is book number 2. And then this one, Foxglove. This is like the regular edition, but it's already really pretty. I love it when they do these like, you know, designs underneath. I know Barnes & Nobles has their own special edition where the hardcover is pinkish, but I am excited to read this one because I'm in the middle of Belladonna right now and I'm enjoying it so much and I do want to jump into this next. I think it is a trilogy, at least so far. It looks like it's 3 books. The last one I think is called Wisteria or something like that, but it's coming out next year. I am excited to just dive right into this after reading Belladonna. Next is The Luminaries. I finally bought this because I saw the second one that came out looked pretty interesting too, so I definitely want to dive into the series. It is by Susan Dennard, so if you haven't read anything from her, I did read the first, or I don't know if it's her first series, but I read Truth Witch and I really liked it. I just never completed that series, so I'm gonna start a new one. Ridiculous. I do want to finish that Truth Witch series eventually because that was pretty interesting. And then we have The Angel Maker by Alex North. I don't know why I never picked this up. I did read The Whisper Man and the other book by him, The Whisper Man and the Shadows. I don't remember the title being The Shadows, but I did read 2 of his books. And then the next one is The Angel Maker. I remember when I read the synopsis before, I was pretty intrigued, so I don't know why I never picked it up, but I finally got it. So I definitely want to read it in the spooky season. Oh my gosh, she is a haunting. I'm gonna read this in November. It is by Trang Ton Tran. Very similar to my name, but this one I initially was not gonna read it, but I saw people review it and I don't know, it just reminds me of my childhood where my dad and not so much my mom, she doesn't really like play into these things, but I know she's very superstitious too. It's my dad who will like continue to tell me these stories about like spirits and stuff like that and all these, I don't know, myths about Vietnam and here too. But anyways, I want to read more about this. It's about Jane Nguyen, who arrives in Vietnam to visit her estranged father, and she has one goal: to survive 5 weeks pretending to be a happy family in the French colonial house Ba is restoring. I call my dad Ba too. But anyways, let's see what happens. The house has other plans. Night after night, Jade wakes up paralyzed. The walls exude a thrumming sound while bugs leave their legs and feelers in places they don't belong. That's so nasty. She finds curious traces of her ancestors in the gardens they once tended, and at night, Jade can't ignore the ghost of the beautiful bride who leaves cryptic warnings: don't eat. So it sounds very creepy. I wanted to read it in like Halloween time, but I have other plans then. I might read this in November. But yes, I do remember Cindy's review of this and I was like, wait, I just don't want to I don't want to watch any further because I want to read it myself now. So yes, I'm excited for this one. Next one is The Sanctuary by Catherine Engberg. I have a couple of her other, Katrine Engberg. Oh, I'm so bad. Former dancer and choreographer with a background in television and theater. Let's see. Her debut novel was The Tenant. Yes, I don't know if I have The Tenant. I do have The Butterfly House and The Harbor, and this is the 4th novel I think it's in the series, but it is like Nordic Noir type of book. Yes, I don't know much about that other than that. And then we have, oh my gosh, this darn series. And I say that because after I bought this, I realized I already have this book, but whatever. I bought this because Emily and Liv, they were like raving about it in their Discord, in Merb's Discord, and I don't know, I was like, all right, let me see what this is about. But funny thing, I already had the first book. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I think it's, you know what, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought it was like a YA type of mystery thriller book, but that's all I know there. And then I have my book of the month book. It is Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. I'm loving a lot of like diverse books that they're picking out. I read The Miracle Creek by Angie Kim with my friend last year, and I loved it. So I'm pretty excited to read this one. My books think I'm cool. That's so funny. I don't think anyone thinks I'm cool. But anyways, here we go. And then we have a couple of books that I got for free from the publishers and from like, you know, from like, I forgot who. From people on Bookstagram and stuff like that. Okay, so first I got Fae Champion, and I read the first one, Fae Air, and I thought it was pretty cool. The ending ended on like some sort of cliffhanger, but it wasn't that crazy where I had to know what happened next. So I haven't read this one yet, but I will soon. Oh, and this one, I was on our team for this author for a while, but she ended up like foregoing her Nicole Northwood pen name, and she was going back to her other pen name where she writes mostly like where she writes mostly romance books. But I got this from her in Flames, and I'm so excited to read it. It is part of the Kestrel Chronicles. This was like her pen name for fantasy books, so I'm excited. And then she gave like little goodies and stuff too, so she's so sweet. And then this one I have London Hughes, Living My Best Life, Hun. Keep shining because you are a star. London Hughes by Kevin Hart, or he said that. Following your dreams is no joke, so this is cool. An uplifting and funny memoir to show you how to ditch the self-loathing, start the self-loving, and engage with your inner winner. I love it. That sounds good. She is a stand-up comedian, writer, actor, and host. Oh, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm excited to check this out. And then we have a couple ones that I don't really know what it's about, but a lot of like true crime and stuff like that. Kill Show, and then The World Wasn't Ready for You. So Kill Show, it says a true crime novel. A truly modern morality play, Kill Show takes a sleepy suburban town and turns it into a true crime battlefield as events careen out of control. It is smart, twisty, and satisfying. Oh, sounds scary. Anyways, this one, The World Wasn't Ready for You, it is short story. So Black Mirror meets Get Out. Oh my gosh. In this gripping story collection, reminiscent of the work of Octavia E. Butler, which deftly blends science fiction, horror, and fantasy to examine issues of race, class, and prejudice, an electrifying, oftentimes heartbreaking debut from an extraordinary new voice. Oh my gosh, this sounds so good. My gosh. My TBR just went up in flames because I just want to read a lot of these books now. But anyways, let's keep moving. Okay, so let's move these over here. So these are like my special editions and like subscription box books. We have, well, I don't know if it's that special, it's just sprayed edges, but I'm so excited for this one, Assistant to the Villain. I think the author like got a start off of TikTok and like told different stories and stuff like that, and everyone was like, make this into a book, and she did. This is by Hannah Nicole Mayerher, but I heard this one is hilarious and so funny. It is a, I don't know, like paranormal fantasy. It has a devil in there, I think, but I heard this is so good. I'm gonna read it with Sam and Emily hopefully in October. Let us know if you want to join. Where do I put my books? Okay, let's put you here. And then this one is Her Radiant Curse by Elizabeth Lim. And this one is in the world of Six Crimson Cranes. I don't think you have to read Six Crimson Cranes, but it'll be nice if you do. Set in the world of Six Crimson Cranes, this thrilling yet heart-wrenching fantasy explores the dark side of beauty and the deepest bonds of sisterhood. You have two sisters. One was like turned into a monster, and the other sister is like very beautiful, but the beautiful sister is like put into this, I don't know, contest where she is to be married off, and so now her like monster sister has to come in and like save her or something like that. But sounds pretty interesting. The author, Elizabeth Lim, grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, where she was raised on a hearty diet of fairy tales, myths, and songs. That's nice. Before becoming an author, she was a professional film and video game composer. That's so cool. Nice. Yeah, I want to read that. And then this one is Al Crate's, I think I'm subscribed to their young adult. Wait, do they have? Yeah, I think they recently made like an adult subscription, but I signed up for the young adult one. This is Omen of Eyes, and it says, when a fae falls in love, it's forever. That's nice. I really like this special edition. I like it better than the original cover too. So I was really pleased with this one. Let's see. This is the naked hardcover, and I think there's an alternative dust jacket too. They always do this, but I always forget to check. And then I really like the end papers. Dun, 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 dun. And then the end paper on the back is really nice too. Look how cute that is. Anyway, so that's my Al Crate YA. And then we have my Fairy Loot. I think it's the adult one. It is Forged by Blood by, I can't read this, by Egbor Okusun. Hopefully I'm not butchering that name. I'm doing this thing in the future where I'm going to read all the books in August. I was supposed to do it for September, but maybe I'll just move it to the next month because I'm not doing so well. I was supposed to read all of my subscription boxes to figure out which one to cut off. But this one is the adult for Fairy Loot. Is Forged by Blood. It is so nice, and I think there's like really good end papers in here too. Oh my gosh. I don't know what it's about. But I definitely want to read it. I'm gonna read all my books one day, I promise. And then it's just so gorgeous. Yes, so, oh yes, there's reverse dust jacket art too. But Fairy Loot's books are so good. So there's one, and then this one I bought from Illumicrate because my friend told me that she really loves this book. I think she said she likes it more than, we read a couple books. We read a couple of the same books before, and I asked her which one she thought was better, and she said she liked this book better. We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. It is a duology, and I have the regular versions, but they recently, well, I don't know. I don't think they recently came out with this, but it was recently put up for sale again, so I got it. I'm gonna read it soon, I promise. It says me to all of these books, but there's that. And then this one, I haven't opened it yet, but I will unwrap it soon. It is The Second Death of Eddie and Violet Bond. It is the YA book for Unplugged book box for August. And so it is a vivid historical debut tinged with magic, and it's a moving story about the bond between two sisters and a prescient feminist exploration of the courage it takes for women to set themselves free. That sounds so good. It was a dangerous thing to do in front of a crowd, to reveal so clearly one of life's great mysteries. People claim to desire answers, but deep down they don't really want to know. That doesn't really tell me much, but I think it was like a fantasy book. It's not a new book, but it's, I think they said it was something from last year, but it looks so darn good. Look at that. So that's one. And then I have The Sun and the Void. I have a couple of versions of these. I think I have... Actually, I think I have two. I have this one, and I think Illumicrate did this book, but it is by Gabriela Romero Lacruz, and I'm so excited to read this one. And the author just seems like such a nice, pure person online, and I signed up for like the pre-order and said this, so I got a really nice foiled bookmark from her. Yes, that's one. And then I have Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. A lot of her older books are getting like republished or reprinted and new designs and stuff like that, so that's so great for her. I have her other book, Alone with You in the Ether, which I'm really scared to start, but I looked at a lot of her like older works that are getting reprinted, and this one was the one that caught my eye the most. Forever is a Gift and a Curse. Oh, I also have her other book, the Atlas 6 as well. A ghost-infested mansion, a small group of supernatural beings, and an unlikely quest. So that sounds interesting. Yeah, look at this artwork. Cool. Yeah, I want to read that soon too. And then I have my Goldsboro book. It is House of Mariani or Marion. Oh, it's glaring, sorry, because they do wrap their books in this nice clear cover, so it's cool that it is more protected. Let's see. I think it is a YA fantasy book. Dazzling and deceptive, the perfect escape, says Stephanie Garber. The front says, good girl, bad magic, bury your secret or die for it. So sounds good. I know a lot of people were complaining because Goldsboro was doing a lot of like YA fantasy books that a lot of other companies are doing maybe, but I don't know. I didn't see anyone doing this book, so I was pretty excited to get this one because I was eyeing it. Yeah. So nice. Let's see here. Beautiful. I don't know if the front has anything. Oh my gosh. The naked hardcover is pretty cool too. It says, if this world is made of glass, then I will dance with a hammer in my hand. Haha. That sounds amazing. Sounds badass. So, that's really nice. I hadn't even looked at the naked hardcover. But yes, that's my Goldsboro edition. And this one I got from Broken Binding. I thought I signed up for a waitlist for their sub, but I don't think I did. But regardless, I have so many subs right now. Anyways, I got this. It's Priori of the Orange Tree and Day of the Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. And I heard the series was really good. This is the prequel, but this one came out first, and this one is written like a prequel, I believe. And I don't know, so many people were doing special editions, but I think I liked this one the best. I don't know which other one it was. Maybe Illumicrate. They had really nice hard covers too. The like actual naked hardcover was really nice, but I think I liked these edges, and the end papers are really nice too. And let's see what else. Yeah, look at that. It's just so gorgeous. In darkness, we are naked, our truest selves. Night is when fear comes to us at its fullest, when we have no way to fight it. It will do everything it can to seep inside you. Sometimes it may succeed, but never think that you are the night. Interesting. Ooh. There we go. So let me know if you have read this. I definitely want to get into it soon. I have like the original version of the Priori from a long time ago, so I'll definitely get into it soon. But yeah, that's my Broken Binding edition. I think it was signed too. I just don't know if both of them were signed, but yeah, that's nice. I just like to collect books, but September, the end of the road for me. I'm not gonna buy anything crazy, expensive, lavish. First of all, I have a lot of subs, and second of all, I have a lot of pre-orders, so I think it should hold me over. I just don't want to buy like a lot of random stuff. But I got my Dark Romeo. This is the last book. This is my Dark Romeo by Parker S. Huntington and L.J. Shan. I think I read, this was a long time ago, before I had Bookstagram, before I used Goodreads, before I tracked my reading or anything, but I think I read a few books by L.J. Shan, and this is, oh my gosh, is it signed? That's nice. Cute. I think it's a digital signature, but anyways, oh, that's so cute. Anyways, welcome to Dark Prince Road, Sinners Only. Thus with a kiss I die. It's like a, obviously my Dark Romeo. I think it's like a Romeo and Juliet retelling, but yeah, I definitely have to contact Amazon though, because my thing came damaged. My little box came damaged. Whatever. But yeah, that's the last book on my list here. So pretty. But, oh, let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. Alright, well, that is my last big haul of the year, hopefully. For the next, you know, the next few months of the year, I just want to be very restricted, very like careful and more picky on my spending. And I'm gonna go back to the read 5 and then buy thing that I had during the first part of the year. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next time. Bye.